A West Side neighborhood is trying to adjust now to a new difficult reality: arrests of immigrants by federal agents.
Yeah, so East Price Hill is still a bit uneasy 2 days after 3 men were taken into custody outside the Warsaw Avenue Kroger. WLWT News 5's John London live there with information about what exactly happened to them, John.
Yeah, Chris, one of them we now know remains at the Butler County Jail. It is really not clear what happened to the other two, if they are there also. We don't know that. But according to a friend of the one man, it'll be July 1st before he will have his court date. They spent the entire weekend not knowing what happened to him. As the new week begins in East Price Hill, many people here are asking the same question.
As a Cincinnati resident, as a resident of Ohio, where are they?
They, meaning the 3 men arrested by what appeared to be Homeland Security agents Saturday morning. The Butler County Sheriff's Office confirms Alonzo Tomas Mendez remains at their jail. No word about the other 2. Although folks in this Latino neighborhood are heartened by support at a Sunday rally, they feel like potential targets, even those here legally.
I know I could be profiled, and even though I'm a citizen, even though I speak English, I speak Spanish very well, I know that can happen.
Rosemary Ventura's mom's operated Julia's Grocery on Warsaw for nearly a quarter century. She says it's different now.
There's just that uncertainty because of everything that's going on in the nation.
Last week's Supreme Court ruling put more immigrants at risk of deportation. The Trump administration is pushing for more arrests. This is Stephen Miller over the weekend.
And district court judges that are trying to keep millions of illegal aliens here to steal our jobs, to steal our livelihood, to steal our benefits.
The lies coming out of this administration need to stop. They're having an impact right here in Price Hill with real people living real lives, working hard.
There's a significant Guatemalan community here looking to expand business opportunity. Neighborhood banners are welcoming, but if you're undocumented, you don't have much security.
I think the best protection you can do is to contact that immigration attorney in advance to see what your options are, not wait until ICE comes and puts you in custody.
And you're looking live here at a sign, "We love our immigrant neighbors." It's being held by a fellow named Bobby who lives in the neighborhood. A few months ago, East Price Hill felt the chill of ICE arrests, and the community advocates are saying that what happened Saturday could cause all that to happen again, with more and more people staying off the streets. Reporting live in East Price Hill, John London, WLWT News 5.
And John, I'm sure people in that area, they're wondering what community leaders are planning to do to reassure their immigrant neighbors as we head into the summer.
Chris, they will continue to distribute red cards which specify the rights that immigrants have. They have passed those out throughout the community. They also hope to document with video, if possible, any future ICE arrests. Of course, obviously, that takes some very fast awareness and a matter of luck as well.
All right, John London reporting live for us from East Price Hill. John, thank you so much.